It is the 41st millennium. For 10,000 years, the Imperium has dominated the galaxy. There is only war. Every human soul, from the most highborn lord to the most basic servitor, is dedicated to the service of the God Emperor of mankind. The Imperium's battle fleets and armies, from the conscripted soldiers of the Astra Militarum to the elite space marines of the Adeptus Astartes, keep humanity safe from alien threats and cosmic horrors beyond imagining. But there is another war. It is the one in which I serve.
Commence war translation.
Our war is not one of battlefields and fleet engagements. It is waged by the dedicated.
What's up, guys? I'm back playing more Darktide. I know a lot of people probably didn't watch this game. It was a flop when it came out. I like it. I know this game was a flop when it came out. I like it, and you know I want to play it and support it because it is really good. And I'm gonna be doing veteran. Last night I went and made a zealot just to kind of play the game off stream, not having like worry about only having stream characters. I kept forgetting to move the camera, but you know I'm just gonna be streaming veteran, and you know we're gonna get that to a certain next point, whatever. I already kind of explained how Warhammer games usually kind of more mediocre, but I feel like the newer ones, like they're always fun and kind of, they have like a lot of novelty because they are Warhammer games. I feel like the newer they are, the better they'll be. Like Darktide's pretty good, you know, Total War, Warhammer 3 is pretty good, and I feel like if, you know, if they have enough time, they could actually be a pretty good bunch of games. If they had more money and support, I'm pretty sure they'd be better. But I've learned a lot of the mechanics, and you know, I've looked a little bit more into the talent trees. I'm just gonna be going heavy on the veteran. That's all I'm gonna probably show. You know, I don't feel it's necessary to show the other classes because the playstyle is a little more hectic.
We are to use the Heretics Cogitator array against them by uploading falsified intel. I have authorized the use of a servo scout to aid cipher ident acquisition. Do not damage it. Do not damage the array. It is a tool we can turn to our advantage. Data upload only. No destruction.
some ice in my cup, so I have so much water in my shirt. But you know, I really like this game, and I really want to stress the importance of maybe buying it on sale or giving it a shot, not because it's not worth the full amount, but because it hasn't earned trust or the belief of the community and players. I feel like after the update, it's actually worth, I think it's like $40 or something. It's worth that. I got it on sale.
Cipher idents required. Likely location, the bazaar.
The Ogren's actually a very useful clutch class. I'm saying very clutch. Right? Like in a tight spot, it's almost never not going to turn the tide back around. The real question is, are you really ready to have it turn back around? Or should you just suffer the clutch? Or should you suffer the tight spot? Like getting overran, or getting all the opens, or not having any opens at all on your team. Like, should you not just suffer that to have the efficiency of, like, ranged combat and damage? I'd probably say my idea about the Ogre being support is pretty much true. He couldn't actually... He couldn't actually, like... I don't think he could solo that well. Like, if you had all those people, I think you would struggle. Really, you have to take advantage of such things like range and precision, fire, and all that.
Eliminating alpha target! Keep shooting! Go for the head! See if we can't put the eye right off!
Like, they wouldn't have the manage to be shooting this all right by standing dead or something into range stance. You suffer ammo. You don't really suffer that much ammo on Ogre, but you know, Ogre's perfect if you're aware of that idea that there are situations where you start to get overran. Otherwise, they're just kind of not doing anything, like barely doing anything. Having two Ogrins, that could be a big difference because I could go rush mode, like I could play the bots and just have two Ogrins just go rush mode, all that. I was playing the melee class yesterday. Right now I have two Ogrins on my team. So like, you can see how we couldn't really run up ahead and rush and like fly to the map. But how like there's no way we get overran and die from that instant impact. Literally just as we like moving to the map, we could kind of lose range, which allows more enemies to spawn on the thing. This would be a lot more easy to explain if I was playing a melee class, but like I could literally run ahead easily and get killed. But then like I'm not really able to protect other people or fight like multiple at once. Like I can fight alone. Given the angle with the melee class, but so even playing as the veteran, I need to like be able to back up a little bit if the horde comes.
My readings show that you have reached rank.
You can see we're moving kind of slow. I'm out of ammo, so whatever advantage I was bringing, basically good. So it's gonna blow us up.
Ammo. Just what I need.
Like I feel like the best classes to have, just for like running to the map, you need the melee class. It's just so, it's so like just straight to the point. Just take out the enemy. I feel like if you want to have good potential to cover your allies, definitely go veteran. You know, you want some like potentially lethal veterans. Yeah. Veterans kind of self-explanatory. You get a rifle, and you can pop his head.
Just my luck.
I don't think an ogre's necessary. I don't think it's technically necessary. Like, you could literally probably just play veteran, melee, and you'd be fine. But I feel like you should just like more aggressive instead of the point of playing the game, have any advantage over you.
Illegal trades were transacted here.
Definitely in situations where maybe your team isn't, you know, don't really know much about the game or really don't find it,
Incoming!
then you can definitely benefit from Ogre because
Get it off! Get off! Get this fragging thing off me! Fragging ping! Stand back! Our Aldrin's on a rampage!
you see he's not really just murdering that whole mob and running up and kind of like pressed against them. You know, that's definitely what the melee guy could have easily did. Like, he could have held his own if you just made sure, like, you didn't get over him with armored enemies.
Getting closer.
They're not bad. Like, I might end up playing one just for the fact that you could turn that around easily. You're basically gonna take more like more damage. Like, if there was like one of those sequences where you have to wait for an elevator, and there wasn't really anywhere to go, and you couldn't really just shoot everybody, like, it's impossible. It's just not really possible to do them. Then an Ogren's kind of what you need. Like, if you're in a position where you're gonna get killed, or you're gonna lose a lot of health because you overran, or you're in a really tight spot, like, that's perfect.
Med station!
Bad smell. Bad place.
Except to die for him.
Engage cipher ident retrieval sub.
Pull you, pal.
If you're gonna play veteran, you definitely have to get the half advantage and plug ammo up.
Get some of this ammo, big man!
Like, you definitely have to be a little more aware of what you're gonna do with your ammo, and not hog all the ammo and use all up. Like, use melee weapon.
Scanning protocols engaged. Take magic box from pocket. Point it at things until it goes green. Even you
Because I shouldn't just use melee weapon. Like, and like
Right, we're at the
covering
bazaar.
somebody, like, it's not gonna benefit
Looks like they've been having a crack at one another again.
anyone for me to do that. Use melee weapon. Thing. Like in a situation where doing this Ogre is gonna be perfect because we're never gonna get really caught up. We stay 5 of them. So I'll actually have a shotgun. Those frames. But definitely should capitalize on being able to shoot enemies and shooting up specialists.
Upload your data to the servo skull. You're getting slower, inefficient, but we have the cipher island. Summon the elevator varlets. Expect resistance.
The playing as a veteran going ahead against a lot of the specials isn't that threatening, in my opinion. So I was playing the melee class, I don't really remember what they're called. And then like they were very, like if you ran these guys, you could go, like these two guys are up with the machine guns, like you could do smell. I guess actually the phrase would be target priority. I'm saying you'd have much better target priority or prioritization ability on veteran. You can prioritize your target, so you don't have to worry about just shooting every single person. It isn't really a threat.
So, explicator. How'd you end up joining the Inquisition anyway?
Mine was a winding path, one that led through darker places than this.
Suit yourself. I like you. Speak little, fight much. You what? See? I am in awe. You are true Ogre. You pulling my leg.
Watch this three! Turn fire!
If I'm limiting real threats that aren't melee threats, like I'm really doing my job. It definitely gives you more like a reason to have some opportunity.
Appalling architecture. These modifications do not bear the Omniscience blessing.
If I just instead of my ammo trying to kill all those melee guys running up to the back, because we can easily take them out together. Like I should be looking past that horde. To look for some range dudes who are kind of peppering us, suppressing us, you know. It's a good name for this class is, you know, veteran, because you need to actually have that idea to look past just like lasing a clip away or shooting every single tiny grub for the sake of them being close and that being like a reason enough to shoot them.
You need to group together.
Like, it's definitely a slower run because we have so many Ogren. Like, if we had at least one other class, we'd be flying through this. I think it could combo Ogre, like one Ogre and a melee, kind of stick together. Because, like, you'll never get closed in. Like, you'll literally have a way better chance of, like, dominating.
Oh, we've got a house!
Access denied. Employ cipher ident.
Moving on too much.
Neutralize the security stacks.
It's not like Left 4 Dead. Like you can have like straight shotguns. Like that could work if you had
I have
a team for it.
data retrieval site.
So, like you could easily just have to do each other with them playing in like expert or. Good idea that sometimes games force you. Like I was saying, it's just kind of convenient because other players may not want to play their classes.
Data interrogation rate.
It's also a good idea to have that. Where like, well, maybe you did need all 4 classes. Maybe you did need this aspect. And I feel like speed is definitely an option because you're gonna be playing this game, like trying to progress and get unlocks. Like you're gonna play the game. Like for at least an hour every time you play it. Or maybe just one mission you do like half an hour. But like I said, speed. The faster you get the missions done. And like the more stay alive in the struggle definitely
Convert! Down! Dead Ranger! Don't you go feeling kinship with traitors, big man! Build up, pulse burster!
like if he's not overwhelming the enemy with one weapon.
I need some fucking healing!
Like if you're the melee guy, you would have easily used that choke point to run through them. And you would still have been like at full health. If you like were doing it right.
Look out! Exploding Baron! Enemy dead!
Pulse burster!
Watch it!
All systems green. Uplink restored.
Take that!
They do have big stagger though. Like if you can find a way to dance around your Ogre in those type of late situations where they like stagger and everything, you can really not get hit. If they're like swinging the weapon. Oh, very nice.
Watch it! Bring it!
You see, I kind of stood here at this part of the stairs for a choke point, basically to create a choke point. And all you really need a choke point for on melee class is to make sure the enemies aren't ranging, not so that you're in a safe spot. Like you can really do some damage with melee class.
Data stream. Acceptable quality.
I think that is almost like really not being in a good position. You have like a rifle, if you're not the best person to have in this type of situation. But if you can kind of stay out of the situations where you're like right now after you have your land, be effective, allow the Ogre and the melee guy to get into like sticky situations, because they'll be alright. And it can really pay off for you.
The data interrogator requires your attention.
Throw a grenade!
I can only imagine you attempted manual inputs until it worked. It is now working.
You can see how you just lose through that whole line of enemies. If he does that and you're in a situation where it's not really tight, then you're basically safe. So,
Interrogation approaching
I'd probably say the Psyker and the Ogre are great for crowd control. The Psyker more of a range crowd control. And the Ogre is definitely more immediate, small range, close range.
Very well.
And the more you play this game, the more I feel like you'd want that finesse. You know, you'd want to use the mechanics of the game, not just like go through damage. Because you can definitely find yourself just surrounded, getting smacked around with no way to defend yourself from that onslaught. That's like a veteran or a melee dude. I feel like the least popular class you'll see is the Ogre, and maybe the melee class. You'll see a lot of veterans, maybe because it's like simple, but that's usually what I would see. I've never seen this many Ogres. I used autogun yesterday. It just like super high fire. Well, this one's different. But you know, this is like a burst fire one. I might use this because it's better. I like the las rifle though. I think it's like more lore accurate, or like it's just some crummy rifle you can use to fight hordes of enemies, or it doesn't really help in that situation. Use whatever weapon you want in this thing.
What is your instruction?
They're gonna have a 123 LASGUN, 123 power. So I probably will try to get a better one.
Fulfillment.
This is like, how do you like compare? Okay, here we go. A little bit less damage, more ammo, more mobility. I think with increase in ammo, I think it's worth buying. After even try this one. Same damage. Charge attack. This one's just straight up better. A little bit less typing power. Actually, a lot less typing power. Probably makes sense to go for this one. Just for the ammo, I'm saying.
Sold.
As like far as my weapon goes,
As the Omnissiah wills.
I'll take anything I can get. I'll take this sword. I gotta sell some stuff. You can sell stuff. Sell your old stuff. If you don't plan on using it again. You don't always have to
May
get,
I serve?
you know, the greatest gear every time, because you can save up, you know, for something that will give you a big increase. But I think this has more range, and you know, I'm willing to be the one to do the wrong thing to get a little bit of an increase. Level 7, about to be level 8. When I get like level 9, I'll start bumping up the difficulty.
This is HL 7004. It's known as the Carnival by most of its inhabitants, and as the Pit by Tertium's enforcers. It was never pretty, but now it's a Mobian stronghold. It's worse than ever. Black market trade is rife, but we're interested in the stims passing through the amphitheater. They could be a blight source, but we need a sample to be sure.
Right here, you can see that we have 3 veterans and 1 psyker.
I'm sure.
You definitely gotta make sure all your veterans have ammo. And that can quickly become an issue. And that they're all like, you know, able to shoot from a good range.
It's time to kill you!
And I thought it was kind of cool to just shoot at range, just pop all the enemies, but really I should just shoot this big guy. Everyone else will probably not be a big issue. Someone shooting all those other guys.
Take on for my train!
This is like a waste of ammo, I'm saying.
Someone grab that caulking grenade!
Ammo!
That's the amphitheater. The ciphers should get you inside, but there are no guarantees. ID the stims, then open up the roof so we can send in the extraction team.
I didn't know that it wasn't an ammo pack. I would have get that somebody else.
You don't want to get overwhelmed if there's another way.
The ammo stash was the one that gives everybody ammo.
Hold that nose.
Enemy sighted! Hear that? Pound! Kill shot drills engaged!
I could have missed like a shocking them. It'd be easier just to have melee them and save some ammo. Because we're not in any real danger. There's no reason for us to just shoot. I'm saying. Like a psyker and like I said a melee would be great because you can let the melee guy go ahead and he can just shock people who
Proceed with the
are routing him.
Don't worry about being picky. I'll take any untainted stims right off your hands.
You really are shameless.
Oh, hush. Don't start a fight you can't possibly win.
Like I played on this map the other day. I don't remember if I was on stream. I don't think I was. I was playing melee class. And we had those things. Like, you ever played Darktide 2? There's like these books you pick up that give you like a debuff on health, but when you know, it's like it's part of the objective. So like when you turn them in, you get a big reward. I'm saying. you know, they have the equivalent in this game, but it's way harder because this game's harder than the original.
Practice 3! Return fire!
And we got clapped. We lost them. Once you get down in this game, you lose them.
Kill the sniper! Sniper's done!
High priority targets, you know, covering my needs. You know, some be able to disconnect like everybody else. It's like Resident Evil. We play Resident Evil, there's always like those people who do like stuff in the distance. Usually just annoying. But they can make a big difference for like get stuff. No way to direct them, and they're just like able to take you out.
Hey, that's a sniper! So much for all that wrong!
It's like it's probably not that great. At least it's not lightning when we're taking out like special enemies. I don't know what they'd be doing. I guess I can use their gun.
Extraction teams waiting for your signal.
Tapas.
You don't look like much, but I guess, as usual, we'll have to work with what we have. We have various devices that we depend on. They make the difference between getting the job done and getting dead. So learn what they're good for, and learn how to use them. Can you do that? To be honest, I don't trust you. I don't think you've got the brains to handle any of this gear. Prove me wrong.
I finally got a decent shirt. Doesn't look good with my pants, but maybe I should wait to wear that to throw the whole ensemble together when I get some pants. Whenever that is. For a game with cosmetics, there should be a lot more of them, I think. In my humble opinion. It's only 30 skill points, I'm sure, so like this is gonna be a tough sell. Like, isn't this more than 30? Like, if you went down... Even if you went down and not just went down to get, like, one of each just to go down, it'd be, like, 19 points. Like, from top to bottom, it's 19, just straight. No, like, extra stuff. So you really have to decide what you want. You can't have everything. So like your build looks like it could be cool and full of stuff, but really you'll have basically just one tree. Like you'll have one branch, basically. You'll go one way. I probably won't go for grenades. Whatever gets me critical chance, I'm going for, so I'll probably go for the left tree. I can always respec for that type of stuff. Okay. I'll just be going like, it doesn't really matter, you know, it doesn't matter. I'll just respec whenever the time comes. I really don't want to keep playing a bunch of missions in lowest difficulty. I'm thinking about just jumping up now to Uprising. You know, Uprising's for level 10 and up, I think. Here, let me look. But actually, Uprising's for 5 to 20. I didn't know that. I should have been playing on Uprising.
The heretics have decided the best way to win is to disrupt Tertium's water supply. They're pumping filth into the silos, and we know where it's going down. Get down there. Drive them out, get the fresh water flowing again.
city, ain't it? Ingenious enough in its way.
It's not great, but it's the best Pershing has. That's worth something.
This mission has the
It's horrible.
Grimoires.
You can make your way to the streets by the
That's the thing that gives you the curse health debuff.
Stand together. Let's thump some
And once you go
heretics.
down, you lose them. It's like, there's no point even doing it if you're not really ready to dedicate yourself to that type of side objective. Like, I would do it. I don't think people would even take it that seriously. Because everyone receives the debuff. So once you have both of them, you lose like both your health bars. You have like one health bar. I guess I didn't really notice that because I was playing as a melee class and they have 4 health bars, but the veteran has 3.
Major's a gunner. Not so noisy now. Barrel's gonna boom!
Oh, fire actually does direct damage.
Turning back now. Hey,
That's Cartel HQ. It's in better days, but who hasn't?
Usually on a melee class, I would just rush towards them. If there's a dash, you can get I'd dash toward that pack of shooters, and I would take them all out. I just with nearly able to even shoot all of them, see all of them.
None of this
I'm
spray
better.
and pray stuff. Make sure you aim, yeah?
Medipack! Meds! Rot, yeah!
I think that's why we got sniped so badly, when we picked the Grimoires, because,
Good old what that is.
you know, I had 4 health bars, so I ended up with 2, and everyone else probably had like 1, maybe 2,
Still
but
not
most
sure
likely 1.
about these Primaris Marines, though. I mean,
That makes
those
sense, like,
Space
what are they gonna do
Marines
with my
were
health bars?
Fire's out!
Here goes one right here.
Grimoire!
Oh, Grimoire, okay. I don't really think anyone wants to take the Grimoire. I'm not going to take it.
His lights will guide us!
If we don't succeed, there's no point in taking it. I'm pretty sure someone's going to find the second one and pick it up. And that's just how it is.
Wouldn't catch real soldiers living in a slum like this. No standards, this lot. Headed back!
I didn't even know this was here. Wait, that medical state.
Will you quit stealing all the ammo? No, this is for you, sir. Mine! Ammo!
The elevator's gonna take time to get here. Get ready for a fight.
Show me what you got! Holy grenade! Sigma Minority 3-3, incoming!
Lighting, look at this lighting. I can't even see.
Stay!
It's not enough real lighting in this thing.
On the side, kill that
It's like shining directly in my face. I can't even see. I haven't really been reading any One Piece manga. I've kind of been just not even thinking about it. I feel like emotionally people have kind of discarded One Piece. Like, I'm not here to be like political, so I don't have that advantage of like making moves and then not be considered a hypocrite. But you know, I feel like people discarded it emotionally. Like people probably just want you to be like some type of cheeser who's just, oh yeah, and doesn't even really care. Like, oh yeah, it's so great. Like, oh, it's amazing. I'm not gonna read this much manga or watch much anime and not care. Like, what type of creature would I be?
Everything in its own good time.
I definitely feel like this is gonna go down once it's all over. 'Cause I'm pretty sure they're wrapping it up. It's been around for like 20 plus years. They're wrapping the manga up. You know, I really feel like, you know, people are adults. People know how to make those type of decisions. You know, like, oh, the baby's not in the room, let's make a decision. We don't really care about this or that or something, right? Like, something like that. Like, we don't really care about these. Like, it's okay. Like, it's more mature, political. I get it. Like, people put a lot into it. And, you know, people are like businessmen. They don't really care anyway. You know, people really don't care. Like, they discard it. It's not even like they don't care. It's like no one cares. Like that's how it is. I feel like it's a good example of the perspective people have about anime and how even if you watch anime, it doesn't mean you can't still look down on it. I'm saying even if you're in the room, you can look down on people. Like, it's completely possible. I feel like that's what kind of One Piece is. Like, it's not the most nasty, you know, as far as anime goes. Like, it's not the most like waifu Japanese anime ever. Like the most sexualized anime in the world. It really isn't. It's almost like the most American anime because you have Marines, you have pirates. Everyone looks American. Even Wano is like the most Japanese place. Even that's kind of decent. But it's not like some repulsive waifu, you know, love anime women anime. It's not like that. You know, I feel like people definitely just kind of discarded it where, you know, the appraisal is like, yeah, like you have this one piece and you like it, but really the general consensus is we don't care. Or it's nasty, it's trash. You know what I'm saying? And it's a good example of why you have to make sure that if you're going to be like a part of something, that you make sure to like take care of it from the inside. You don't rely on the opinion of the anime inside. Like if something is not, right? It's kind of a grenade launcher, or is it like a shotgun? Or a cannonball launcher? Like definitely for people definitely choose to identify as something that isn't anime. You know what I'm saying? Like it probably identifies like more of like some white teenagers or something. Not like to be racist, but like, you know, anime is like little people or like weird people. So like white teenagers are like normal. You know what I'm saying? Not even like to be racist or to invite people to participate in anything like that. I'm just saying, as far as people want to identify as, like they don't want to be identified as an anime person or anime watcher. Like people probably would agree that maybe they want it to be a part of the anime buzz, or they actually liked it, but then like they don't, and like that's literally the option, like to not like it, not to be done with it or to say I'm done, but just to not like it. I feel like it definitely speaks to like the reality of that. Like you have anime and you have people who look down on it, and the reality of it is enough people look down on anime for it to actually be considered, you know, something not worth getting involved in. It's not even like it's not serious, like it's not like some super serious group to be a part of. It just has such a bad, like people are looking down on it so hard that it's not even worth getting involved in it, because most people will end up taking that same stance. I'm sure like in Japan, anime is normal because that's where all the anime is from. And Japan's already kind of like wacky. Like it's already more like anime than not. Not like the people, like I'm sure they're like regular, but it's more like anime. Like if you go to like an arcade, it's more like an anime, right? So like they're not gonna look down on it, because for someone in Japan to look down on anime who lives there, they're looking down on almost more than it's looking down on more than just anime. You know what I'm saying? They're like places that aren't Japan, like things aren't like that, so it's more like plain. And they're just like tough and look down and stuff. If you're really that tough, then you'd be fine.
Got the truck, C-77!
It's kind of like when you had like, like Chief Keef people wearing like True Religion. Those people aren't really identifying as that stuff. Like they're kind of holding this enough separation to potentially make the decision they want to make. It's really funny because the more, you know, I explain looking at anime and being a part of it just to kind of ruin it in the end. It just sounds really racist. But at the end of the day, that's not the same thing. I'm saying it's not the same thing as being racist. But it's really, like I was saying, holding just enough separation from something to look down on it eventually or make a decision. You never really were in it anyway. Like you were always gonna make a decision. Probably be bad. Outside, how people don't. Like if you're gonna want to be someone who's like this little baby who can get their head smashed with a rock, anytime someone like makes their own decisions. Right. Let me get serious real quick.
Ready, back down!
Hopefully I can jump on this health thing. Guess not. I got the ammo crate right here though.
Out of ammo? Just my luck.
Here you go, guys. Ammo crate.
Ammo crate! Ammo, big man!
Alright, cool. Got him healed up. Ammo crate. But you know, it sounds racist, but this is something you don't experience in anime, so anime maybe is the gateway to deal with racism. People would probably say they like something or someone, but really they're holding just enough separation from being them to make that decision in the end that they look out. And that sounds racist because, like, who would like appropriate something? You know, who would do that? In reality, no one really does that with anything but anime, right? Like, if you're gonna say like you had like rap, and people really wouldn't. Like if their mom called them listen to rap, they wouldn't say, "Oh, I look down on those people." They just wouldn't. But if someone probably watching anime, you wouldn't probably say you look down on them because you really were to look down on them when it was time for you to kind of not mess around with that type of stuff. They show you how emotionless people are and how really evil they truly are. Like anime literally doesn't do anything to anybody. Like anime doesn't have people out here doing drugs, smoking weed and stuff. It doesn't do anything to anybody. It just shows you how kind of separated from emotions they are and how calculating and political people are. Like, what has anime ever done to anybody? I'm not even going to say that people who aren't you know, it sounds like a white people attack. I'm not gonna say people that aren't white don't look down anyway. People who aren't white are used to looking down on stuff like that. Like they're used to alienating that type of stuff. I would say it seems like a white person, but it's really everybody. Everybody's gonna do that to anime. So I guess at the end of the day, no one's gonna take responsibility. We're not gonna blame white people because everyone's gonna do it. White people aren't in here listening to like rap and saying, "Well, I look down on that." They really aren't, right? They're not saying, "Well, I'm probably listening to rap, so I look down on them," right? Like you wouldn't have, you know what I'm saying? You wouldn't have that. This is just an anime thing. This isn't like a white people tag. This is like everybody looks on an anime eventually, or already do, and that's terrible because it didn't do anything. It didn't do anything to anybody. But it'd be kind of funny if people were like not willing to acknowledge that they were like looking down on it too, or they were like that too. I wouldn't tell somebody to go into the army and just say it's going to be all fun and games. Then people are going to probably look down on you for being in the military and think that you're like a bad person, even if it isn't true. It's like I would say, look, with that information, you know, it's up to you. I'm not going to protect you from people forever, and so you can potentially be a bad person maybe one day. I'm not saying that like people have to be responsible for looking down on stuff, but at the end of the day, if they aren't and people don't care, then there won't be any more stuff like that, it'll be over. I guess just kill him anyway. Just get him out of here. I'm here for like an hour. I haven't eaten anything today. I might take a break. I don't want to get into the idea of just grinding mindlessly and just, you know, this was all blur, because that's easy to do. It was all a dream. But you know, this is like my, I'm actually going to play more mission. This is kind of my stance that people aren't going to look down on other things. Like, it may be easy to throw that out there, but there's no way. Like, there's no way. There's nothing else I could truthfully say that's the case. Even if it was like degenerate behavior, like hanging out, skipping school, sipping 40s, sagging your pants, people would look down on that. But just with every ounce, just every bit of power and political play, they would look down on anime. And it definitely shows you how it's more of like a masculinity thing. Like, people might think skipping school is tough, drinking 40s is tough, sagging your pants is tough. And that's like a redeeming quality, that it's like tough. And the anime has zero redeeming qualities, that it's not tough. It's not, it's just this icky. And I would say if you really were someone that formed relationships with anime that allowed it to be icky, like, you're just watching it, you're not in it. You're not supposed to be like actually be attracted to anime characters. Like, no one's pushing you to be attracted to anything. Like, no one's putting you in a room with anime characters so you can be attracted to them. There's no reason you should have even got this deep and this close to anime and anime characters for you to be like, it's icky. It's like if you saw like a movie and it was like a naked lady on the screen. Like, you're not supposed to even know who that is. You don't even know who that is. You're not even supposed to be that close to them. Like, who put these people in a room with anime characters so they can be that close to them where they can look down on them for being icky? I'm not going to be the guy to make the anime community, because I already know that people are either just going to get their heads smashed in on purpose so they can look down anime more effectively, or they're going to look down on it. It's a lose-lose situation. There's no goodness to anime. Anime survives like the desert. Like, anime is like Reefer Madness. Like, it just is. Like, it's just how it is for now. Like, I'm not gonna pro reefer anything. Because even that's kind of dumb. Like, you have the enemy of anime, the enemy of reefer, and you have people who are like the internal saboteurs, right? Those are the only people that are around. So, like, there's no point in doing anything. It's like if you had Nazis and you had Nazi sympathizers and it was World War II. Why would I go against them to the point where I'm trying to change their opinion, you know, or their ideas about stuff? It would just be a much more sinister war. It'd be much deeper. Like, you have traitors. You don't have actual patriots or people who want to side with that. They're just other Nazis who are secret. Like, most people aren't gonna smoke weed their entire lives. So what is that? Is that like a curse? Let's take one of the grimoire or whatever. Let's say. My health went down all the way. Like, this could be anything. This could be anything that people can kind of be like an inside trader with, and they'll jump off the train at the last minute. Like, it could be video games, like, you know, smoking weed. Like, weed's legal. The people have already made the decision that it's for, like, dumb people or something. Like, if I drink water, that makes me dumb. Or if I drunk poison, I'm literally dumber. Like, that's not even true. Someone making a decision doesn't make them dumb. It's not even, that's just like a super evil way of thinking about stuff. It's like if I put weed in somebody's food and they ended up accidentally eating it, that they're dumber. No, they're not dumber, right? If you mean that their brain melted and physically their brain is now damaged and they're dumber, that's just a dumb. That's not a good way of saying that type of stuff, right? But you have to be a bit more of a professional to explain what just happened than just saying that they're dumber, right? It's like if you had broke your leg and you took opiates for the pain. Are you suddenly dumber? Probably not, right? Come on now, so like I understand that some things I won't champion and some things I won't genuinely defend because it's not a battle that makes sense, right? One that makes sense is everybody actually loves anime, they don't look down on it. And there's like a cloud, you know, there's a little bit of indifference or there's a little bit of confusion. There's zero confusion. People are definitely looking down anime and people aren't going to do anything but kind of justify those actions. I don't know, you know, that's just how people be. If someone really disguised themselves for the sole purpose of taking you down from the inside, if you're like someone who's very immature or just so confused about the situation, like you gotta come back a little bit later because most people get that fighting them isn't fighting your ally, or it's not really your ally, that's really an imposter, right? That's someone who isn't on the side of whatever you're trying to defend. And if the reality is that most people who would help you or would like it are actually an imposter, you know, mathematically, there's no point, there's no one to really help. There's no one that needs any explaining. You can call it overkill, but it's overkill. Like people are literally going to kick the door down to invade. At the same time, everybody inside is on their side anyway. So, you know, it's just like, that's the reality of a lot of stuff sometimes, right? It's not like Warhammer. Warhammer, you have a lot of enemies, but at the end of the day, everybody who isn't your enemy is like a complete fanatic for the Emperor. They're insane. So that's kind of where it's at. It's like this is just the Empire. Like you have heretics, you have loyalists who are both bad. So like why aren't you defending this or that? Or why wouldn't you? I'm saying. Because they're just loyalists, they're emperor loyalists, or they're heretics. There's really no winning. There's no point of winning. Okay? It's better just to say that you yourself like anime and like you're okay with it because it only matters to you. It's like when McDonald's, everybody didn't want French fries, and they were giving them away, and they were fresh and hot. Why would you want everyone else to like them anyway? French fries, they're yours now. Like, if anyone likes anime, it isn't hurting anybody. It speaks a lot more about people who don't like it than someone who does. It's like one of them.
Fracking hell, need ammo!
It's like if the minority of people are good, or people don't think there's a lot of good people. That speaks a lot more about people who aren't good than people who are. Baldur's Gate 3 to be good because it was always Baldur's Gate 3. People played at the beginning, everyone didn't jump on the train to Baldur's Gate 3. And people probably thought it was dumb or something, right? People didn't think it was that great. That basically tells you that it's a problem with people who don't play it. It's not like people who wait, we're getting clapped. Some picked up the Grimoire, and now we're getting clapped. A little help over here?
Help me up!
Thank you. I don't know what blew us up. I don't know if it was friendly fire.
You can't do this without me!
But we lost one of the Grimoire, so, you know, like I said, if you don't get both of them and you die and lose them, it's over.
Oh,
You can't pick them up.
this is real!
Had a bad dream
No
last
ammo,
night.
no health.
Can't shake
Cursed.
it.
Like that, picking that book is definitely the fastest way to get taken out.
Come here, right now!
Like that's the quickest way to wipe your team. Like what just happened, that wouldn't have happened if we weren't cursed. And like we weren't going to complete. Like I'd have to play with me and like a friend, and we picked the book, and like I would know what to do then. But you know, it's really hard to expect things of people who take to the boss. Like I don't expect them to do this. Like what's he gonna do? That's like where the idea of dexterity comes from, right? Like people are dexterous, people that can like manipulate their hands and move stuff around very efficiently. Like if that's what it takes for me to have expectations, I don't have it. Like I am doing it currently, right? Like if I'm expecting people in video games to be hard body, but really I can't because they'll start screaming or they'll start like complaining about you or something. Like that's like saying, you know, if I could just manipulate them into doing it, there's no point of me having expectations. You know what I'm saying? If I can make everyone do what I want, but really I'd rather just hope for it because that's more reasonable. Do it now, bro. You just gotta do it. There's just no hope. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just gonna go super hard. And drag people behind me.
I don't want to do this.
It's like if you had someone who was your boss and you had to do all the work, but like they were like the boss, you had the ability to kind of make them do whatever you wanted as far as like progress goes. You know, it's called being very dexterous in a way, you know, and you know, being able to manipulate things, not like in a bad way. You know, like it's like if you could pick up a drumstick and spin around with your fingers, like that's an ability. If you can do that with a person who's supposed to be doing more than you, then you might as well be the boss. So in terms of like a video game, I might as well be the person doing it. That definitely kind of speaks to my idea of making people better at games for the sake of like enjoyment and not for the sake of being mean or mad about it. And me being able to have expectations of getting better because I want to have fun. Not because I want them to be like my servant and everything. And maybe let me get the grimoire.
Heel here, roughneck.
Yeah.
I always hide and seek.
Please don't pick up any more of those books. Like you gotta pick them up. If someone ends up picking up that one book that we can't even get the second copy of for us, it's gonna be like trolling those.
Go for the head. See if we can't pop the eye right open. I don't want to do this.
Okay.
Terminated! Finally!
No one's impressed, which is just the job.
So I guess we're going full circle again. You know, like I said, people want to be the alpha, people want to be the boss. I'm not here to debate or political power myself through and over and around. You know, they're going to be the boss, they're going to be the alpha. And, you know, that just won't allow them to make any changes or differences, right? That they got to do it.
Look, we got orders.
Like, if you're the quarterback of the football team, it's like some high school anime or whatever, show or whatever. Like, there are certain limitations to being that.
Plenty of smuggled goods pass through these sub-rails.
It's like you're someone's dad. Like, you can't be a baby.
Shooting!
Get down onto the supply track. It'll take you to the Logistratum.
It's like I'm not going to give people the privilege of being a good person if they're not, right? If you want to be the boss of the alpha, that's not a bad person. That's just someone who's, you know, staying on business. It's like if I was like some type of like, you know, gay person activist. Like, there's no way you're going to understand them because that's not part of what you can do. That's not what your group allows you to do. right? Like your group usually your group is not even more understanding than they are. I'm saying.
About frigging
Like
time!
if you want to be the football captain, people just understand that you aren't understanding in these ways. Like there's nothing bad about it. Like people like that understand people who are like successful and they allow them to exist. This isn't like the answer to reality that people successful. Even like someone like that could like wait. I'm still getting hit? I don't know if I can get hit from that. They're still hitting me. Team wipe.
Still need a hand here!
Is that us? Like if I say that I'm a gay rights activist, doesn't make me like an anti. Not that I am, right? Like I don't think people should be gay because I think that later in life they'll probably regret it because I'd just be weird. You know what I'm saying? At some point it'd be weird, right? Like how old can you really be? Like especially if you're a guy, like you'd be a grown man at some point, no matter what. It'd be kind of strange. Like you'd be pretty masculine and powerful. It'd be weird, right? And people make their own decisions. But if I was to say I was an activist for those people, I'm not literally saying that I'm against anything, right? Like someone might imply that if I said I was an alpha male, I'm against certain things. That's different, right? You gotta, if you're gonna be the alpha male, you gotta be responsible for that. If you're gonna imply that you're against other things, that's on you. That's not my problem. If I say I'm for people who are gay, they might say, well, that means you're a good person. I might say, well, that doesn't really mean that, but okay. It can, right? It can be implied. It isn't, like, implications aren't facts. Like, if I imply that people who are the alpha male are against breathing and people living, that's not true. It could be. Doesn't mean it is. So, you know, that's kind of the full circle where we're not trying to be the alpha male. We're not trying to be football captain because at the end of the day, the football team has 20 players on it. You know, the alpha male has like 5 friends. We're trying to be a little more accessible and accommodating where we don't have 5 friends, right? Like, that's not worth it. Like 5 friends is 5 friends. Like you told me you can't be the alpha male, you only have 5 friends. I'd say then you must be doing something wrong, right? If you're the alpha male, you have 5 friends, you gotta be doing something wrong. I want to do the right thing and not have people say, well, you know, will you go against your opinions and whatever for the sake of having friends? If it's just your opinion, it doesn't hurt you, maybe, right? If having 5 friends means that you're resolute and you stand on business, but at the end of the day, it's not that important, then it doesn't really matter, you know what I'm saying? Now, I don't know people looking into it. Like, if someone says, I'll be your friend, I'm gonna look into what you stand for and prove you wrong, that's different. That's not the same thing. If someone's like saying they're resolute because, you know, people just can't decide, you know, what they just, you know, whatever, you know, alpha stuff, it doesn't really matter because it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal normally, and, you know, people that around them respect that boundary and they don't try to, like, dissect it, that's different. But if someone's, like, saying, well, you'll let people be your friends and let them dissect what you stand for, you know, and then, you know, that's different. Like, people are, like, poking at what you agree with, they're not your friend. But if it was, like, straight up just being fair, like, will you let your friends decide your opinions or change them and still be their friend and not stand a business? If they literally just ran into it, my opinions randomly, sure. But if they're gonna, like, look for them to take them out, probably not, right? Your principles aren't something you can use, and like I said, they're not gonna get you anywhere. Like, my friend said, hey, you don't like gay people, like, they never did nothing to you, and I was like, you're right, they never did. Like, that makes sense. But if he was like, hey, like, I heard you don't like gay people, like, what's up with that, bro? Like, I'd be like, well, we're not even friends. Like, that's not even about anyone's opinion. It's just like you want to be a dissector of opinions and people's principles and all that. Definitely not friends anyway. Like, people are always trying to find something wrong with something, and people that are the alpha, they might have something in common. But people that always try to find something wrong with someone, I doubt are going to stand on business and say that's what they do for their. That's what they like to do. They like to find out what's wrong with things. They look to look into stuff they shouldn't be looking into. I guess I'll go for one mission. This game's pretty good. I have no problem doing it again. Right? Like, there's implications, right? There's understanding, there's facts, and there's, you know, beliefs. If I'm an alpha male, I have beliefs, and I stand on business, and there are some factual things that go closer to an alpha. You know, that's more of a factual way of life. But there's also implications. Implications would be people who are alpha males are bad people. If you can't live with all those things, then you just need to leave. Like, you need to go be like Kirby or something, right? Someone who's very much able to change shape.
The heretics are too reliant on the old water cartel cogitator array. We're going to exploit that. Security's tighter than ever, but if you can get your hands on the cipher idents, that won't be a problem. Once you reach the array, get the data uploaded. But watch yourselves, there'll be heavy resistance.
I wouldn't want to be the alpha or have anything to do with it because I don't want to hurt them and be like in the corner just dissecting them. Like, I don't want to be at odds with somebody. Or like it goes from being in a room together to like being on different sides of the room. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of my thing. Like, I don't want to be in here strangling people because we can't stand each other. We just can't be the same. You know, we can't be in the same room and be the same. Alright? Which is how it is. Like, more than likely, in life, the first person to draw the line in the sand is going to be like some alpha male kid, right? Like, he's going to draw the line in the sand. It's going to be this side and that side. Like, if they never existed, never did that, we wouldn't even know what side they were talking about. What this side, that side. Don't know. I'm saying I wouldn't have known. And I wouldn't make it my business to associate with the other side. You know what I'm saying? If there are bullies and victims, I wouldn't make it my business or my duty to be a victim. You know what I'm saying? I just wouldn't have nothing to do with those people. That would be like a waste of my life. Like, I've already seen TV. I've seen these things play out 1,000 times. You know, it's very much not my business to be a part of it to begin with. Like, you wouldn't expect Obama to identify with a little high school bully or a little victim person, right? You wouldn't expect him to do that, or the president. Why do I have to do it? I don't have to do anything. I don't have to be anybody's friend because they're a bully or because they're a victim. I don't have to. You can't make me. Right? Like, you wouldn't have to be my friend if someone just smacked me. If someone just ran onto my stream and smacked me across the face, and they were like, "What up, son? Like, you're getting bullied." You might be my friend. You might say, "Well, that's not good." You might be my friend. Or like, if I just like went outside with my camera, and this is a good one because you don't have to be my friend in the situation. Like, you can say that's messed up, but that's like what's up, but I'm not being anyone's friend, right? Like, you start to run around. If I start running around and screaming smack people and being bullied, you might say that's entertaining. Like, you might get killed doing that, but you're not going to be like, "Well, I'm your friend because that's what my friends are." My friends spectacle. And this is a good one because you can definitely see like some other streamers smack people on stream. I mean, like, it doesn't mean like we like you or we're friends. It's like entertaining. Like, just because you're the alpha male, or you want to be the alpha male, and you want to stay on business, you want to be like Andrew Tate, Like, that's good for you. Like, it got you somewhere in life. Doesn't mean we're friends, but it doesn't mean anything. Like, if you think you have charisma and you're outgoing, doesn't mean we're friends. Like, there's nothing to do with that. Like, your real friends wouldn't judge you for not being the alpha male or being the captain football team. That would be insane.
To make your shots count.
You might not have friends then, right? Like, you can be the alpha male, and that could be satisfying. You can even sacrifice yourself for your friends. But your real friends probably wouldn't want you to sacrifice yourself and be a nerd or get bullied. And your real friends wouldn't need to be the alpha male. You might not have friends because you're always looking for someone to be in position to serve you. And not, you don't have friends. You're like the computer specialist who, I don't know. Well, people don't deserve friends, right? If people's friends are willing to look past a lot of the stuff they be doing, they really shouldn't be. They don't even deserve friends. People need to go and get some, like, guidance or something. They need to go to their guidance counselor. You need to go get a guidance counselor. Even if you don't go to school, you need a guidance counselor, because everything else is a little too extreme. You need a guidance counselor, right? You need to go get a guidance counselor to tell you some things. You need the wisdom of the elders of the village. You can't keep running around being an alpha male, right? It's not gonna get you where you want to be in life. People can't be that ignorant to, like, the reality of being the alpha male. They know the alpha male is, like, kind of a jerk, right? Like, we've all seen some iteration of an alpha male one place or another. Like, he's not everybody's favorite treasure, right? It's not like in someone's closet. I don't know. People just choose to be, you know, willfully ignorant about that stuff, which is definitely a red flag. Like, I know the alpha male's a jerk, but I don't really know that. Like, you're definitely a bad person. It's like if someone said, you know, Hitler's, like, famous and he's big news because he's a big Nazi type of guy. I don't know that. You're like, oh, you're not a good guy. You're a bad person. Red flag. Right? Like, no one's gonna confuse that type of thinking with, like, a rabbit, like a baby or something. A baby, oh, I didn't know. Come on.
This way, come on.
Like, all right, buddy, go be the alpha male somewhere else because you're really starting to draw lines, and I don't like it. It's like reading books makes you smarter. People use that to be smarter than people. People use that to get ahead of other people. It doesn't have to be a bad thing. It can be. It probably will be, right? We can apply some things safely, right? But if I went and, oh yeah, work out and, you know, I stream and I'm so great, you definitely imply that I'm kind of a jerk. You wouldn't say, oh, you're such a great person. You'd be like, this guy's kind of a jerk. Like, oh, good, you know, good for you. If I was like, you should stream, or you should work out, or this is what I do to work out, like, this is what I've benefited from, that's different. If I'm just, like, bragging all day about what I do, but no one else benefits, or no one else gets to brag, or do anything that's just brag-worthy, you're just a jerk. People think I'm just a bad person. If I was like, I'm reading One Piece or watching, you know, I'm reading the One Piece manga, and, like, I've read the whole manga and I know everything. Like, no, bro, like, you should have said, look, this part's great or this part's great, and you should check it out. You shouldn't just be, like, bragging. Like, no one wants to be brag all day. Or, like, if I said, oh my god, like, I've just mastered this game and everyone else is a subhuman person for not being that good. Like, that's not cool because no one wants to play with you at that point anyway. Like, you're already too good at the game, and now you're kind of a jerk. No one wants to play this game anymore with you.
We've reached the bazaar. The only trade now is in death.
People have to learn what's good for them isn't good for everybody else, right? The way they want to talk and spew their toxicity into the sky and the air, that's good for them. That's good for you, buddy. That ain't for everybody else. Try to refrain from doing that, because it makes me seem like I have to partake in that type of stuff or acknowledge its existence. If I go to Taco Bell and buy everyone tacos, and I sit in the parking lot, or sit in my house and eat like 80 tacos, that's cool. If I brag about how many tacos I can eat and everyone else is like not eating, like that's just like, no one cares. You know what I'm saying? Like really when drinking beer at the party, and you're drinking all the beer, it doesn't matter what beer you can drink. Like it doesn't really matter. If you're such an alpha or such a money bag job, then you share in the wealth. Share the wealth and share it in the, share the fun. If you're really the ultimate tennis player, no one should be able to threaten you. Like, if you're really the ultimate man, no one should be able to threaten you. You're probably a complete bozo. If I go to somebody else's stream and just negatively impact them, but then at my stream I'm like the god of happiness, you're just a bozo. If I make myself relevant by taking people down, bozo. Your name would be Sir Bozo, McBozo, Bozo. Just complete bozo. Or if I like put myself above girl streamers because they can always just be sexual, but really that's not probably true. Like there's no established streamer that's a girl that's super sexual who has zero streaming, like who isn't entertaining in some way. Like that's just not true.
They'll attack as soon as you call the elevator.
That's super bozo of you to assume things because it benefits you. We have kids so they can hold somebody, to them, the closest person they'll ever be to is their kid, and vice versa. And then they see how bozo they are by thinking that they should have everything close to them, you know what I'm saying? Like, no bro, you have no reason to have all this stuff that close to you or thinking you're like the king, because you're a bozo. Like, I know people that are like really popular, really big enough kids and aren't close to anybody anymore because they weren't really close to anybody. They're a bozo. But they have their kids and, I don't want anything bad to happen to anyone with their kids, but you get it, like, before people have kids, they live their life and now they have kids and like, that's their life now. And they were a bozo.
Don't mistake us for friends.
You should have a care of secrets. Nothing hurts the soul more swiftly.
How did he see him? Does he have like special ability? I didn't see that. He's like a zombie. Another good option to do is become like a celebrity, because celebrities are kind of disconnected from the normal people. For whatever reason. And they might be able to be themselves or be more higher level than they normally would be, because people who are more normal aren't probably into that. Like if I said, I live in Hollywood and everyone around me is rich and we all laugh and throw our heads back, that's not that bad because only you guys do that, and that's what y'all guys do. That's what you guys do. But if you like show up in people's faces and show off the fact that you're like a giant king person, you're just a bozo. If I knew that I could become a celebrity and move to Hollywood and everyone around me's a higher status person, because it basically would be. If you moved in like Hollywood Hills or something, it would be. You wouldn't be like some grandma who hides in her house and drinks tea. You'd be you'd be big news. Okay.
I want everyone together before I update the crypt key.
I kind of want to go to Demonstrate, but I don't think it's going to be
Got some
possible.
Medicaid here, witch.
I think we'll be fine. I'm not running all the way back there, especially those enemies. I'm not here to say you can't be the alpha now, you can't be a king. That's not what I do. But definitely don't try to make me a part of it. Gotta say you're better or something, right?
Reporting in.
Med station. Heal up. I hear a hound.
Something for the collection.
Get those security stacks bypassed quickly.
I feel like people will benefit from being bigger and more popular. Do sort of like an island, an isolation, like Japan do stuff in isolation. They should live in isolation.
Leave! See if I can!
We have to look at things more of a mature standpoint. Maybe they're not like a kid, or like they're not like popular, but they're like an isolationist or like a king or something. I don't want to do no king isolationist stuff.
Data retrieval site identified. Varlets.
Like, you can almost agree that celebrities in some way do live in isolation. And it should be the complete opposite. They're like faceted beings where they have like capabilities and isolation abilities. This game doesn't have like hot and cold, like you get burnt out or you're chilling. It's more like it gets intense or the game's just not intense enough.
Patch those wounds while you can.
Interrogator status inoperative. Remedy.
What use is this sidekick to us?
Not so. You think it's safe to be alone, do you?
Emperor's throne! I don't have a sword versus that.
It's dead!
Do not disrupt the flow of data again.
Simpletons, help me up!
Need a hand up, sibling?
Hold it! Kill it!
Have successfully reconnected.
I think it was like Borderlands. Borderlands doesn't draw the line between people and cause them to fight one another for their beliefs, or they probably don't even believe in. You know, some of these games that aren't really in the hands of like a certain community that likes really evil and toxic. Just like everyone can play Borderlands, you know, if you want to jump online with some randoms, or you want to just meet people, you can play Borderlands, right? Like, stop being such, like, an isolationist tyrant, right? Like, you don't even believe in anything, probably. Like, you're not like reading scripture every day about being Muslim. You don't even care about nothing. Play Borderlands, or just go chill somewhere, you know, stop being such a bad person. I'm not gonna keep giving like exposition to the other side. We just want to be problematic when they hear words come from his mouth and just hear something completely different, or imply things that probably don't need to be implied. Like, I hate seeing things like World of Warcraft break games that belong to terrible communities, or people like trying to be like a jerk for the sake of themselves, and like people probably don't even be around you. You don't even look at you. They're all looking for you. Why are you being such an alpha male jerk to people? They haven't looked at you. Like, I'm trying to be a Twitch streamer and put myself out there. People are going to be able to basically find me or see me, so I can't just be a jerk and be like, oh my god, mess with me. If I wasn't streaming right now, no one's even looking for me. No one even knows where I am. So, like, why would I be a jerk? You ever do like some hood or something where like you had to interact with people who you didn't want to, and you like were a jerk to them? That's different. Just being a jerk, people like don't even know who you are. That's just being a jerk. Like, imagine if you were like some type of white person, you'd be a jerk because people would treat you like a little white person or something.
No weapons dry as the Witherland.
And then like, I'd be like a stand against the norm. Like, I'd be something to be a jerk about. That'd be insane. Even thinking about that and seeing it happen, that'd be pretty insane. That'd make people like kind of rethink their whole idea of them being morally superior to people. Probably make people sit down and go sit down somewhere. But being a jerk just because, like, no one's gonna treat me like I'm like some, like, nobody or nothing, right? Like, it never happens. Like, I don't need to be a jerk, people. We got 3 psychers, bro. No wonder, like, I don't even know. I don't know what to say. Look, we got the chainsword. Iconic. I know people that are like literally jerks, and no one even is looking for them. Like, they think they're like the alpha male. Like, they think they're like this big deal. No one is looking for them. No one's checking for them. I'm saying, no one even wants to talk to them. They're being like a jerk. Like, people aren't even breathing down their necks. People aren't even know. Like, people don't care. Like, I don't even know what the point of being a jerk is. At that point, like, what? What? Someone try to make themselves more relevant than they really are because people don't want to talk to them. They want to be a jerk. Like, I don't know. That seems kind of weird.
Ready to serve.
198. 198. So what are we rocking with right now? 167?
Engaging.
167 and 186.
Your word is my law. Transaction Approved.
Now we gotta start to look cool. Rise to the regs. It's actually a really good passive because if I'm going to be shooting people and covering them, this is going to make all the difference. We're like, yeah, this is going to get you good. I'll be right back. I was saying this is gonna make a big difference because I usually do try to do some cover fire. Yep. I think I'm gonna get out of here, take a break. I might come back later and play Moe's Borderlands. I might come back and play my Ogren. I kind of do want to see what's going on with that. Let's check it out right now. I just want to see what type of weapons and stuff I'll get. Shotguns, miniguns. I'm gonna shoot for like 2 hours, so it's good enough for me. All I have right now is this shotgun. Don't really have anything on the Ogren. So yeah, I'll probably come back and play Ogren. Oh wait, here goes the armory.
Greetings.
Grenadier, so yeah, it's probably like explosive. Ripper gun. Ripper gun. I think my currency's shared across all my characters. As far as my melee weapon goes, I'll probably buy a melee weapon.
Yes. Can I be of service?
Probably go something like a shovel. Shovel would be nice. Now let's go for the club, upgrade club.
Complete.
I'll probably come back and play Ogren or Borderlands. I don't know. I do want to see what Ogren gets to be like. I do have a couple points. I'll come back and play this, probably, I don't know. I do want to kind of be more situational. Yeah, when I was playing Veteran, it was just more of target this, target that, prioritize, you know, not really able to do much shooting against a horde. And then, you know, as an Ogre, I'll always be looking out for other teammates and being able to be more situational, you know, kind of stay in the middle of the problem. Alright, I'm gonna get out of here. I'll be back. Probably later. Get some snack stuff.